I want to thank the Morehead-Cain Foundation not only for financing my college education, but for opening so many doors for me. The friendships I've made, along with the advice and support I've gotten from scholars across the country, have helped lead me to this job. And I want to thank this university and what it has done for me, my family, and the people of this state. By the way, among my 3 daughters and me, we have 6 university degrees, and all of them say at the top, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I have one wayward daughter pursuing a graduate degree at another university. We'll see how that goes. We know that this university is not only helping to develop minds, but its research and talent are an economic engine for us, helping us to create more and better paying jobs. It helps with my CEO mission statement for North Carolina, which is this: I want a state where people are better educated, where they're healthier, where they have more money in their pockets, and they have the opportunities to live a more abundant and purposeful life. That is my CEO mission statement. And I told that to a 3rd grade class a couple of months ago, and they really liked the more money in your pockets part of the mission statement. And we do want a more prosperous state and country. Thus, I come to you today with a challenge, and this won't take long. Some of you have already taken it on. Some of you will tell me, no way. Hear me out. As Chuck said, Morehead-Cain scholars have become successful leaders, innovative entrepreneurs, business experts, healthcare professionals, academicians, scientists, nonprofit leaders, attorneys, performers, MIPSO, and more. You Morehead-Cain students here will follow the alumni and continue that tradition. I know that all of you love this university and that you continue to contribute to its success. And I know that you're involved in your communities and help worthy efforts by volunteering and contributing to nonprofits and churches. These are important and necessary pursuits. Do not stop. But tonight, I'd like for you to seriously consider something more. And that is public service in the government and political arena. And what I mean by that is being holding an elected or appointed office, or government staff, or significant help in someone's campaign for a public office, or as a candidate yourself. Some of you are doing these things right now. Many of you are thinking, politics. I would rather have my teeth drilled without Novocaine. I vote every time, but I hold my nose when I do. Why would I risk involvement in the ugliness, incivility, and bitterness that now saturates our political arena? It's a question I've asked myself. But let me give you 3 reasons. First, your country and your state need you, especially if you live in North Carolina. Public service is really about problem solving. If ever there was a cohort assembled in one football stadium that was marked as leaders in problem-solving ability, it is Morehead-Cain scholars. Here, that's right, And I'm in awe being in this group, let me just tell you. Here's some of the challenges I wake up thinking about. A shortage of teachers and principals that is alarming and threatening the survival of quality public education. A problem exacerbated by a shortage of political leaders who understand the importance of educators and have respect for them. A lack of affordable housing, a decent place for people to live, magnified by disasters like Hurricane Florence, and the fact that more people are becoming the working poor while income inequality soars. The real and existing threat to the greatest university system in the country. Universities that not only must be protected, but nourished. Intolerance, discrimination, divisiveness, and hatred that are becoming more pronounced and prevalent. A lack of affordable health care for far too many people. Climate change, the fight for clean water, preserving the planet that God gave us, all present vexing challenges. There are evidence-based policies that provide solutions for these problems. How to choose the best ones and how to get them actually implemented requires extraordinary leadership, problem-solving ability, and determination in the government and political arena. You are needed. Second point, success will scale. Morehead-Cain scholars are some of the most successful people in the world who have had positive impacts on companies, markets, and industries. You can lead more people to help in the public arena when you are involved yourself. I recruited a staff member who had just sold the successful company he started and wanted to make a difference another way. I told him that he could come to work and help me repeal House Bill 2, the bathroom bill. That was discriminating against people and plaguing our state. We did it. We have more to do to fight discrimination, but we did it by achieving bipartisan consensus. I've recruited the best and by far the most diverse cabinet in the history of our state. They and my staff come from business, academia, and nonprofits, along with some of the very best who are already in government. We are making progress. I even recruited some people to run for the state legislature this year. They were business leaders and educators and lawyers and military veterans and more. Many had questions for me that you may be thinking. So this is a job that pays $13,000 a year, right? Right. And I got to raise probably $250,000 to $500,000 or maybe more in order to campaign, right? Right. And I got to watch TV ads almost every morning about something in my past or something that may not even be the truth about me, right? Right. But at the end of the day, most of them knew they had to do it. I asked them to come and work with me for a better North Carolina. I also recruited people to come and help with my campaign when I ran for governor. Some had never touched politics before, and some of them lived across the country. They not only contributed financially, but they had ideas and passion. And all of these people that I've talked about for all of these positions who made the choices to enter government and political arena, they share a love of North Carolina. North Carolina, that beacon of progress in the South for decades, the state that was the first in this country to open our doors to higher education supported by the taxpaying public, the state that had the foresight to establish the Research Triangle Park and recognize the value of early childhood education, the state that not only requires a sound basic education in our Constitution, a state where public education is in the DNA of North Carolinians. But the volume and the intensity of the challenges that I've outlined require more thinking, more innovation, more measured risk-taking for people like you. Third, most of us are begging for civility and statesmanship in the political arena. That doesn't mean unanimity. That doesn't mean discarding your principles. That doesn't mean not fighting for what you think is right. But it means civil debate. It means valuing facts and science and research. It means working to achieve consensus when it looks like we'll never agree. Okay, may be safer to be non-political. May be better for your business or for your social life. It may be much easier at the extended family Thanksgiving dinner table. But sometimes it's important for us to step up and do the thing that is harder and riskier. President John F. Kennedy said, quote, "We, the people, are the boss, and we will get the kind of political leadership, be it good or bad, that we demand and deserve." That may be true for us. But last week I helped volunteers in Lumberton begin repairing a house owned by an active military couple who had been hit with flooding by Hurricane Matthew and now again by Hurricane Florence in a low-lying area. They don't deserve that. I talked to an exasperated teacher who left the classroom for a better-paying tech job. She deserved more respect. I heard about a community college nursing student who was about to drop out because of the expense of a major car repair. She deserves to be a nurse. I talked to an hourly worker who just could not afford health care, but he could have been covered by Medicaid had North Carolina said yes and raised the income level to cover the working poor. But as I said at University Day earlier this year, I am a prisoner of hope. I believe there are leaders of goodwill, many of them sitting right here in this stadium. Leaders who can help us overcome the partisan divide to help us meet these challenges. Those homeowners, that teacher, that nursing student, that hourly worker, and many more like them deserve your help. Morehead-Cain scholars, your state, your university, your country, they all need you. Now, thank you very much, and go Tar Heels!